All right, this is the second chapter of Algebra 2 on ingenuity, quadratic inequalities. So this is going to be a very interesting topic. So I'm going to start with the assignment first. The first slide, they're going to ask you to determine the solution for this inequality. So first thing I want to do is to go ahead and factor this like what you do best, right? So go ahead and factor this thing out. So this is going to be minus 7 plus 4. What you're going to do is that you want to set both expression inside of parentheses equal to 0. So you're going to solve for it. X equals to 7. X equals to negative 4. So what you're going to do next is that you're going to plot those two numbers on the number line. So I'll put negative 4 over here and I put positive 7 over here. You're going to have to do a test. Okay, so now here's the test. So you can pick anything from here. So it could be like a negative 5, it could be negative 6, negative 7, just becoming more negative towards the negative infinity. Or you can pick something over here like 8, 9, 10, approaching positive infinity. Or I can pick somewhere over here in the middle. Usually all I tell people to do is just pick 0. Okay, you're going to test it and see which one that's going to give you a correct inequality statement. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to plug in 0. Okay, I'm plugging 0 and see if this is going to be a true or a correct inequality statement. So if I plug in 0, I'm going to get 0 minus 7, which is negative 7, right? Now if I plug in 0 into that x, I'm going to get 0 plus 4, which equals to positive 4. Okay, so you're going to have negative 7 to multiply by positive 4, which is, see if it's going to be greater or equal to 0, and it's going to be negative 28, greater or equal to 0, which is an incorrect statement if you put 0. Okay, so usually you just have to test one point because what's going to happen is that if you test one point, if it's not working, so I'm going to say not working over here. And then you can just go ahead and just shade the other two areas. Okay, so which means that, let me use a different color. So you're going to say that these are your solutions. Okay. All right, so how do you put in the correct term to express the correct solution? So what you're going to do is you're going to say that x is less than or equal to negative 4, or x is greater or equal to 7. Okay, the one you want to pick is actually this one because it's going to be going towards the opposite direction, so it's going to be separating by the word or. And make sure you guys pick this one. The third one right here is because approaching negative infinity and positive infinity, make sure you guys have the parentheses over here. Okay, and then this is greater or equal to, so you're gonna have a bracket for the negative 4 and 7. Okay, so let's get started with the next one. All right, so which graph represents the that? Okay, so let's go ahead and just factor that thing out. So that's gonna be x squared. Oops, sorry. So I'll put the two parentheses. Okay, so we have plus 4 and minus 3. So x is going to equal to negative 4. X is going to equal to 3. So those are the ones you have to plot in. So don't pick this one because it doesn't seem like it appears to be having this point on the negative 4. Don't pick this one either. Okay, so now you're going to have to do a little test. Okay, so I'm gonna just test on the number line they have. So it's either gonna be this one or that one. Okay, so let me test the point 0 in there. So plugging 0 into x. Okay, so I have 0 plus 4, 0 minus 3, and to see if it's greater than 0, I'm just doing a test. Okay, that's all I'm doing. So 4 times negative 3, is that greater than 0? Negative 12, is it greater than 0? Hell no. All right, so don't pick this one because that one I just tested. You're going to pick this one right here. Okay, so make sure you guys check this one. Let's go ahead and do the next one right. All right, so next one, determine the solution. So what we're gonna do here is make sure you set one side equal to 0. So I'm gonna rewrite this as subtracting 12x on both sides. So I have x squared minus 12x plus 36 is greater than 0. Okay, so I'm gonna factor this. So it's gonna be x, and then let's see what can give me so it's gonna be subtraction, subtraction. So factors of 36, I got what, 3 and 12. No, it's not gonna be that one. We got 9 and 4. No, it's gonna be 6 and 6. Sorry, I'm just playing with you, man. All right, so maybe it's not that funny. Anyway, so go ahead and just know that x is gonna, well, set it equal to 0, right? For both of them, x is gonna equal to 6. Okay, so what's gonna happen here is that you're gonna check and see what happened here. So what happened if I do the if I test out this one right here? Okay, so just pick a point, maybe like 7. Okay, so just pick 7 in there. I mean, just insert 7 in there. That's going to be 7 minus 6 times 7 minus 6, and then that's correct, right? Because that's going to be 1 times 1 is, it is greater than 0. Okay, so this one applies. Now I have to check the other side though. So what's going to happen is I'm going to plug in, that the color is too similar to red, so let me do a different color. So I'm going to plug in 0 because I'm going to just try 0 on here. Okay, so try 0. You're going to get 0 minus 6 times 0 minus 6 and see if it's greater than 0, and you are going to get positive 36 greater than 0. So this part is also true. The only part that's not true about this inequality is if you actually insert 6 in there. Okay, because if you insert 6, that's going to be 0 greater than 0, which is not a true statement. So make sure you guys know that it's going to be an open circle. Okay, so your answer you're going to have to check is check the fourth one. Okay, so the one you have to select in this blank is empty set. All right, so I don't have space for that, so you guys go ahead and just copy down the answer. All right, so the inequality. So the inequality, that two crucial points, blah, 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 all that stuff, okay? So what you're going to do first is you're going to just go ahead and then factor this. So it's going to be x plus 7, x plus 5 greater or equal to 0, okay? So you want to test it out. Okay, we know that if you set it the expressions equal to 0, you're gonna get x equals to negative 7, x equals to negative 5. So put negative 5 here and negative 7 here. Okay, so you're gonna see which are the good points to test it out with. So make sure you choose something between negative 5 and negative 7. Choose something less than negative 5. Choose something greater than negative 7. Okay, so the one you have to choose, or the ones you have to choose, are going to be these first and second one. All right, so let's go ahead and do the next one. So you want to choose the graph that's representing that. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor this. Okay, so I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out the negative. Okay, so it becomes x squared minus 4x minus 5. Okay. All right, so I'm going to factor out the x squared minus 4x minus 5. So that's going to be minus 5 plus 1. Okay, so that you get x equals to 5 and x equals to negative 1. This negatives is just going to be a reflection, so it's going to be an upside down parabola. Okay, Oh, I'll just make a note. Okay, it's going to be reflection over the x-axis. All right, so you are going to have reflection, and your your x-intercepts are going to be 5 and -1. Okay, so apparently all of them are 5 and -1. Okay, so the next thing you could do is using something called using the vertex. Okay, so vertex is -b over 2a. Okay, so that's for the x coordinate of the vertex. Vertex is basically the points right here. Okay, right now I'm just trying to figure it out, the which one is the correct graph. So -b, so the b value is 4. Okay, so -+4 over 2a. So 2 times a value is the leading coefficient, so that's -1. So that's going to be -4 over -2. So that's going to be 2. So looks like all of them. Okay, so you're going to have to plug in this 2 back into the original equation. Okay, and see which one is going to be your y coordinate of your vertex. So I'm going to use a different color here. Okay, so you're going to plug in 2 into the equation. So that's going to give you -2 squared minus 4 times 2 minus 5. So that's going to be -4 minus 8 minus 5. So that's going to be -4 minus 5. So that's -9 there. So +9. Okay, so your vertex is going to be 2, 9. So which one is 2, 9? So apparently that it's going to be either this one or this one. Okay, so now let's analyze the y less. Y less. So you have to shade towards the down, shade down because it's saying less, right? So make sure you guys pick this one right here, the first one.